Lesson 3, Demosthenes. Reading. If at first you do not succeed, try again. There are few people in this world who have followed this piece of advice and achieved goals which seemed impossible. Demosthenes was born with a severe speech problem, but it did not discourage him. He practiced hard and became one of the greatest orators of his time. As a boy, Demosthenes was shy and delicate. When he made his first public speech, his voice was weak and his words were not clear. He stammered. He could hear people laugh and jeer at him. He tried to press on, but had to stop his speech and leave. Demosthenes could not bear the thought that people found his speech strange and funny. He knew he needed to do something about it, and so began a journey which made him one of the greatest Athenian orators. Demosthenes' father was a wealthy sword maker of Athens. He had died when his son was 7 years old, although his father left him a fortune. Demosthenes' guardians were not careful with his money. They lost some of it and spent some on themselves. In the end, they did not have enough money to give him a good education. Demosthenes was angry with his guardians. Was there a way he could make them feel sorry? He may not have known then that it was learning to speak that would help him. Athens then had some great orators. Demosthenes had often heard his teachers talk about them, and he longed to listen to their public speeches. One day, not long after, he heard that Gallistratus, an orator who everyone admired, was to speak at a great trial that was taking place in the city. Demosthenes heard people talk about Gallistratus and begged his tutor to allow him to be in the courtroom when he spoke. The tutor agreed and even arranged a seat from where Demosthenes could see and hear all that went on. The speech was full of power and purpose. When Gallistratus had finished, the Athenians crowded around him and many even followed him home. Demosthenes was impressed and inspired. He said to himself, I too will be an orator and make people think about what I am saying. I want to have the power of words to make people agree with me and believe me. In his heart, he also thought maybe this special talent will also help me fight against the injustice my guardians have done to me. Demosthenes knew that he must work hard to succeed. For the next 2 years, he read history, wrote speeches, and listened to famous orators. When he was 18, he believed he was ready to speak in public. He decided to fight against his guardians in a court of law. At first, no one took him seriously, but Demosthenes pleaded his case again and again. In the end, he won, and his guardians were ordered by the court to return his money to him. But it was too late. There was very little money left to recover. Once more, Demosthenes felt great sadness and anger. But he would not give up and went on to speak in the assembly of Athens. But his first address was a failure. He knew it from the faces of the people around him and was filled with shame. This is surely the last time I speak in public. He thought sadly. He left the assembly and walked slowly down the road without realizing where he was going. Suddenly he felt someone touch his arm. It was an old man who had heard him speak in the assembly. He had seen how sad and disappointed Demosthenes was. He looked at him keenly and praised him. He told him that his speech reminded him of the great orator. Pericles, how can you give up so easily? Demosthenes, he asked. Demosthenes felt encouraged and tried again, but he failed a second time. This time he left the assembly, hiding his face in his cloak. An actor named Satyrus, who knew him well, followed him. He knew that Demosthenes would be in despair. Demosthenes did not hide his feelings from Satyrus. A sailor with a foolish story will make them applaud. While if I tell them tales of the glorious deeds of their own countrymen, they do not care, he said bitterly. True, Demosthenes answered Satyrus, but I'll tell you why it is so if you will recite to me some lines from one of our great poets. Then Demosthenes recited some poems to him. He spoke the words correctly, but his voice was dull. There was awkwardness in the way he delivered the speech. When Demosthenes finished, Satyrus repeated the lines back to him. Demosthenes stood still with surprise. He could not believe that they were the same lines. The actor's eyes flashed, his voice rose and fell, and his body swayed as he spoke. Demosthenes understood why his speeches did not interest the Athenians. He realized that he must not only read or recite them, but also act them. From that day on, Demosthenes began to work in a different way. He converted one of the cellars of his house into a study. There he practiced undisturbed. He often lived in his study for 2 or 3 months at a stretch. They say he went to the seashore and shouted his speech with bubbles in his mouth. It made him struggle to bring out every sound, so when he spoke without the stones, the words came through loud and clear. He watched himself in the mirror as he spoke to improve his expressions, gestures, and actions. He practiced speaking as he walked or ran along the seashore. He raised his voice so that he could be heard over the roaring waves. He also practiced speaking as he ran up a hill. All these trained his breath, voice, and tone. Demosthenes' speeches were now filled with drama and purpose. He was no longer the boy who was shy and spoke with a stammer. Thank you.